Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Chicago White Sox vs Detroit Tigers, San Diego Padres vs New York Mets, and Atlanta Braves vs Miami Marlins, which are happening on Saturday, June 12, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips, and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The Chicago White Sox have a darn good baseball club this season. Despite having only a 14-13 record away from guaranteed rate field, the White Sox are 25-11 at home this season and have a 4.5 game lead over the Cleveland Indians in the American League Central. Chicago has won 6 of the previous 8 meetings this season against Detroit. 25-year-old right-hander Dylan Cease will take the mound Saturday afternoon, making his 12th start of the season for Chicago. He last faced the Detroit Tigers on June 6, going 7 innings, allowing only 5 hits and earning the 3-0 shutout victory. Cease has 78 strikeouts so far this season, ranking him 25th in all of Major League Baseball. Watch for Tim Anderson, who had a productive series against Detroit last week, going 6 for 16, with 5 RBIs. The talented shortstop has driven in 6 runs on the month. Anderson hasn't been quite as productive as past seasons, hitting .297 with 23 RBIs along with a .769 OPS on the season. The White Sox are averaging 4.90 runs on the year, good for 5th in the major leagues. The Chicago pitching staff brings a 3.24 team ERA into this one, landing them 4th overall. The Detroit Tigers have lost to the Chicago White Sox 6 out of the 8 games they have faced each other this season. The Tigers lost again in heartbreaking fashion Friday night at home as Daz Cameron tied the game in the bottom of the 9th with his first home run of the season, but the Tigers would lose the game in the 10th inning on a sacrifice fly for a final of 5-4. Watch for Eric Haas, who had a mammoth series against Chicago last week, launching 3 home runs along with 5 RBIs. The 28-year-old slugger has hit a whopping 6 big flies this month, and has 8 homers with 13 RBIs and a dazzling .962 OPS in 22 games on the season. My betting advice for that game is to pick Chicago White Sox minus 1.5. Joe Musgrove's last start came against these same New York Mets, and despite striking out 10 hitters, he ended up taking the loss after allowing 3 earned runs and 8 hits in 5 innings. Musgrove's biggest issue this season has been a lack of run support in his starts. Of his 11 starts, Musgrove has allowed 3 or fewer runs 9 times. He is just 4-3 in those starts. Coming into tonight's game, Musgrove has a 2.94 FIP and a 0.838 WHIP across 65.2 innings. He has allowed 17 earned runs, 42 hits, and 8 home runs while walking 13 and recording 89 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .176 against Musgrove, with a .239 BABIP and a 38.9% hard hit rate. 47.7% of the balls put in play are ground balls. The Padres bullpen has been busy this season, posting a 22-11 record with a 2.59 ERA and a 1.111 WHIP. The relief corps has worked 271.0 innings, allowing 78 earned runs and 200 hits while walking 101 and striking out 308 hitters. Will Myers has been kept in check recently as he has yet to record an RBI this month. The 30-year-old right fielder is having a mediocre season, amassing 23 RBIs and a .708 OPS. Myers tallied 4 hits in 17 at-bats against the Mets last week and is 2 for 12 in his career against Stroman. The Padres are scoring an average of 4.48 runs per game, good for 13th in the big leagues. The pitching staff is dominant, sporting a major league best 2.89 team ERA. Like Musgrove, Marcus Stroman will be facing the Padres in back-to-back starts. He is hoping to replicate his success from last week's game, when he shut out the Padres over 6.2 innings, giving up 4 hits and 4 walks while recording 7 strikeouts. It was the second time in 3 starts that Stroman did not allow a run. On the season, Stroman has pitched 71.0 innings over 12 starts, allowing 19 earned runs, 7 home runs, and 59 hits while walking 17 and recording 59 punchouts. He brings a 3.57 FIP and a 1.070 WHIP into today's matchup with the Padres. On the season, opponents have batted .223 against Stroman, with a .260 BABIP and a 44.0% hard hit rate. He induces ground balls 52.9% of the time. The Mets bullpen comes into the series with a 14-7 record, 14 saves, a 3.52 ERA, and a 1.281 WHIP. In 192.0 innings, New York's pen has combined to allow 75 earned runs and 174 hits while recording 72 walks and 212 strikeouts. Francisco Lindor is finally heating up, registering a .323 average this month. Overall, it's been a very uninspiring season in his first year in Queens, posting a .219 average with 13 RBIs and a .650 OPS. Lindor went 5 for 16 with 1 RBI against the Padres last week. The Mets ranked 29th overall with 3.80 runs per game. The pitching staff features a terrific 3.15 team ERA, landing them second in the majors. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Mets on the money line. Max Fried's last start against Miami, which happened on April 13th, is one he would like to put behind him, but only with a redemptive performance. In that game, Fried exited after the 4th inning, having given up 7 earned runs and 9 hits while walking 2 and striking out 3 Marlins. That was his worst performance of the season, and in his 6 starts since, Fried has allowed 1 earned run in 5 of those starts. He limited the powerful Dodgers lineup to just 1 run and 6 hits over 6 innings in his last start. On the season, Fried has allowed 23 earned runs, 4 home runs, and 50 hits in 44.2 innings. He has walked 16 and recorded 45 strikeouts. He carries a 3.64 FIP and a 1.478 WHIP into today's matchup. Opponents have batted .281 against the Southpaw, with a .351 BABIP and a 33.8% hard hit rate. Atlanta's bullpen has compiled a 9-16 record with 12 saves, a 4.86 ERA and a 1.421 WHIP. In 214.2 innings, the relief corps has allowed 116 earned runs and 206 hits. They have walked 99 batters while recording 228 strikeouts. Despite some poor season-long numbers, Fried has posted strong peripherals so far this season. He's still missing bats at a high rate, striking out better than a batter per inning with a walk rate of only 8%. However, the 27-year-old has endured some bad luck on the mound in 2021. While his ground ball rate is down nearly 10%, he's given up a career-worst .348 BABIP in 44 2/3 innings of work. The Braves lefty has also just 69.9% of his base runners, also a career low mark. Fried is pitching in his 5th season in Atlanta, but he's never beaten the Marlins. In 7 career starts against Miami, the Braves ace owns a 0-2 record to go along with a 6.53 ERA and 1.78 WHIP. Per Baseball Savant, current Marlins are hitting .356 in 51 plate appearances off of Fried ahead of Saturday's start. Miami's perpetual slide down the NL East standings has opened up some options for the organization at the trade deadline. The Marlins have several veterans that could add some value to a potential team looking to contend for a postseason spot. Jesus Aguilar, Corey Dickerson, and Starling Marte among the candidates that could be moved before the trade deadline. Marte, whose contract is up at the end of the season, is the most likely candidate to move. There have reportedly been no extension talks between the Marlins and Marte, who is batting a team-best .360 in 27 games this season. At press time, the Marlins had yet to announce who would take Cody Pottit's turn in the rotation today against the Braves. Pottit injured his arm in the third inning of his last start and landed on the 10-day IL. The Marlins have yet to make a corresponding roster move, indicating today may be a bullpen day. My betting advice for that game is to pick Atlanta Braves on the money line. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.